Surface preparation and painting. Disposal of paint residues, solvents, sweepings. Disposing of paint. Since paint contains harmful substances that are dangerous to our health and environment, leftover paint is considered hazardous waste. To protect the environment and public health, paint needs to be disposed of responsibly. Handling paint waste. Disposing of paint is a very important topic for crew and officers working on board. If you have primers, paint, or paint solvents that you no longer use, you need to determine if they're hazardous or non-hazardous before disposing of them. Coming down to disposing of paint, you can reduce the amount of leftover paint by purchasing only the paint you need. Keeping it for future projects. For instance, solvent-based paints remain usable for 15 years, while latex paint has a 10-year shelf life. Though disposing of paint is difficult, you can employ a very simple method, especially if you have a small quantity of leftover paint. Let it evaporate and dry. For this, you have to find an area with adequate ventilation to store the paint. Ventilation is important to prevent solvent vapor buildup, which is a health and fire hazard. Then, store your paint cans, remove their lids, and allow solvents to evaporate. Depending on the type and amount of paint in cans, it can take anywhere from several days to months for the paint to dry out and turn into a solid rubbery block. Transfer as much paint as possible from the rollers back into the paint containers at the end of the day or job. Spin brushes and roller sleeves into a drum for solvent wastes after cleaning them in a minimum amount of solvent. Place all solvent into this drum and keep a lid tightly secure to stop harmful substances from evaporating.